Good day, I'm Andrea Chisholm and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, February 26. Government has reduced the 2013-2014 budget by about $20.2 billion. This was revealed in the House of Representatives on Tuesday as Finance and Planning Minister Dr. Peter Phillips tabled the first supplementary estimates. The budget was revised from $520.9 billion to $500.7 billion. Recurrent expenditure or money set aside to deal with housekeeping expenses like wages and salaries now stands at $358.2 billion. Capital expenditure, which was cut by about $8 billion, now stands at $142.4 billion. The supplementary estimates is to be considered by the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee on Thursday. Following those deliberations, it will be brought back to the House of Representatives for approval. Beginning September, a mandatory course in special education will be included in the curriculum of teachers' colleges across the island. Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaites says the move is part of the government's increased focus on special education. He added that more special education teachers are needed at the early childhood level to detect and address the challenges that children may have.
We expect by the end of 2015 to have at least 30% of our schools, wish it could be more, with access to teachers who have some training and disposition towards special education.
This will result in 10% of students moving on to the grade 1 level more ready to begin the primary level curriculum. Minister Thwaites was addressing the second phase of the Jamaica Diaspora Education Summit at the Cedar Grove Academy in St. Catherine on Thursday. Greater protection is coming for persons with disabilities as the draft Disabilities Bill is to be tabled in Parliament soon. Labour and Social Security Minister Derek Kelly is now urging persons with disabilities to get registered through the National Council for Persons with Disabilities so government will have enough information to work with.
It is imperative that this registration process is taken seriously. For through it, we will be able to better inform the planning and implementation process that underpin other critical initiatives dealing with the community of disabled persons.
Minister Kelly was speaking at the opening of new facilities for persons served by the Early Stimulation Program recently. National Security Minister Peter Bunting is calling on faith-based organizations to play a deeper role in the restorative justice program. In his address to the 5th International Restorative Justice Conference, he said the church could lend greater support to the process by allowing individuals to use their facilities.
We have churches. We have an infrastructure already. They have church halls. They have, and we need to co-opt some of these to use as restorative justice centers.
Minister Bunting added that church members could be also trained to carry out restorative justice sessions as part of social intervention measures to address crime. Restorative justice is a process that brings together all the parties involved in a particular situation to resolve conflicts peacefully. Resort operators, developers and other persons in the tourism sector are urged to pay keen attention to activities that could contribute to climate change and assess their environmental impact. The appeal came from the Director of Environmental Management and Conservation at the National Environment and Planning Agency, Anthony McKenzie. At a recent JIS think tank session, he pointed to rising sea levels as a climate change phenomenon which requires urgent attention.
With the rising sea levels, the prognosis is that you'd have an incremental reduction in our beach area. So for a percentage rise in sea level, there's an incremental change in the width of the beach.
This, he said, could be considered as beach erosion. With 20% of Jamaica's gross domestic product attributed to tourism, of which beaches play an important role, stakeholders must become more focused on preserving the country's beaches. And finally, scores of persons paid tribute to the late national hero, the Right Excellent Sir Alexander Bustamante, at a wreath-laying ceremony on Monday. Among those in attendance were Governor General Sir Patrick Allen, Opposition Leader Andrew Holness, Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaites, and Culture Minister Lisa Hanna. Monday, February 24, was the 130th anniversary of the birth of Sir Alexander, who was described as a great architect of modern Jamaica.
A man who dedicated his life to representing, defending and empowering the working class. By right, his name, Alexander, means the helper and defender of mankind.
And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Thank you for watching.